All content is publicly sourced and used under the USA Fair Use and UK Fair Dealing Guidelines. The things I say are strictly my opinion. Good afternoon, everyone. Bizzy Bee with the Royalty. Hope you're all having a great Thursday. Only worked half a day today, just got off work, but I hope you're all going to watch the whole video because I've worked hard on this. I think you're all going to get a good laugh out of it if you stick around. So, I had a comment from Jess. She asked me to bring back Ask Archie, please. So I thought, well, that is a good idea. It does take me a little while to write those, but I thought, let's do that. So we're going to play a game this video. I think you'll all enjoy it. It's an old one. It's called Ask Archie. It's a classic legend in the making. Let's have the history minute and we'll get into it. Edward II, House of Plantagenet, cigarette card, 1935. This drawing is, picture, Royal Coat of Arms over there to the left. Few facts about Edward. His reign was the 8th of July, 1307 to the 20th of January, 1327. Edward had a close and controversial relationship with Piers Gaveston, who may have been his friend or his lover, maybe both. Barons captured Gaveston and executed him, leading to armed conflict with Edward's forces. In 1326, Edward's regime collapsed, and he fled to Wales, where he was captured in November. The king was forced to relinquish his crown in January 1327 in favor of his 14-year-old son, Edward III, and he died in Berkeley Castle on the 21st of September, probably murdered on the orders of the new regime. He was 43 years old. He is buried at Gloucester Cathedral in Gloucestershire. Hope I pronounced all that correctly, you guys. Please let me know if I didn't. Thought you might have seen this. I didn't know it's from the Wax Museum. I guess the one in London, Madame Tussauds. But they put Beyonce next to the Harkles. Isn't that funny? And guess who's wearing the crown? Not the Harkles, but Beyonce. Aw, I took this little picture today. You all... Oh, no, yesterday. I'm sorry. Edward and Valerie in the hallway. Aren't they cute? Darlene said, Bizzy Bee, I have a bee costume for Halloween you can have. LOL, love ya. Aw, Darlene, thank you. I appreciate that. But for my live stream, I've got something on the way. I'm going to make a brilliant disguise with it. I think you're all going to love it. I can't wait. I'm just waiting for everything to come in the mail. Ian said, you aren't going to do a hyacinth mask, are you? No, not hyacinth, but it's going to be even better. Let's play Ask Archie. Dun da da da. Ask Archie. All right. Archie, by the way, with Ask Archie, I'm just telling you, I'm not really asking a child any of these questions. It's just me and myself. I'm just pretending. I don't need to get into that, but... Anyway, let's play. Archie, do you know what this is? Let's see. Oh, that's the stream of candidates Meghan's going to use for her door openers and her valets and her butlers and everything. Because all lives matter to Meghan as long as they're working for her, right? Oh, Archie. Oh my goodness. Archie wants... What is this, Archie? Oh, Archie says that this is the remote control that operates him now that he can walk. Oh my goodness, Archie, this looks like a tough one. What is this, little boy? Ah, okay. It's Meghan's back door, and it's awfully dirty, and it looks like it's been handled by every hand in town. Good one. Oh, ooh. What's that? Oh, Archie said that's Smegger's legs before she shaves. Oh my goodness, how cute. What is that? Do you know what that is, Archie? Oh, wow. Well, you guys, Archie said that that's his mom from her Girls Up speech yesterday with the funky wig. But no, sorry, little guy, you're wrong about that. That was her from the speech with the funky wig. Oh, ouch. Do you know what that is? Oh, yes, that is Daddy Harry after he's been to the scalp surgeon, having those hair follicles transplanted. Okay, What is this one? Oh, correct. That's Meghan putting on her makeup. Oh, wow. Do you know what this one is, Archie? It's a tough one. Yes, it is a black hole, but it's what we call a metaphor. It's a big, empty black hole, vacant space, so it could symbolize, let me see, Meghan's soul, Harry's head, a few other things I might not mention. Oh my goodness, do you know what this is? Let's see here. Well, Archie said that this is the police trying to rescue him, and he's throwing out those bananas with "Help Me" written on them. Let's see. Let me see. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, "Help me, please" written on all the bananas, and yep, that is the police trying to rescue him. You're right about that one. Hopefully they'll get you out soon and get you away from Mooch and Halfwit. Oh, what is that? Ah, he said it's Meghan after she goes to her lunchtime appointment, but it is Meghan after she's had a little too much work done at her appointment. However, to have a lunchtime appointment, it would imply that you have a job and have a lunch break, but you can't be lazy and worthless and have a job. All right, so let's get into the article that I found today. It's from the New Zealand Herald. I'll link it in the description below. It talks about the speech that she gave yesterday for Girl Up. The one word in Meghan Markle's speech that exposes her big plan. Let's dive into it. When Harry and William went to school, they were known by the surnames Wells. Decades later, when George started at his London private school at St. Thomas's of Bittersea in 2017, one of the questions about his enrollment was what surname he would carry. The answer, Cambridge. Ask Princess Beatrice to sign her name, and you would probably see her include her family name of York. And yet, this is all despite the fact that since 1960, the royal family's official surname has been Mountbatten-Windsor. See, when it comes to the royal family, surnames are by no means a simple thing. Today, another member of the RF and their use of surname is raising eyebrows in the form of Meghan. Overnight, the 40-something-year-old delivered an address as part of the UN's Foundation's Girl Up conference, joining the likes of Michelle Obama and Hillary Clinton in delivering an upbeat, empowering message to 40,000 young women around the world. What was noteworthy about her appearance was the name associated with it. For days beforehand, official social media posts from Girl Up have been promoting her appearance, styling her as Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex. Did you spot it? Markle. This is not a typo or some enthusiastic intern with sparse knowledge of royal naming protocols just slapping whatever title they fancy on marketing material. This type of thing would have had to be approved by each of the A-list speakers' teams beforehand. A quick royal recap: while Meghan, like her sister-in-law Kate, is still widely called by her maiden name, when both women married into the royal family, they gave those surnames up. Meghan's official name after tying the knot was Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex. If she wanted to, she could also have either used Mountbatten-Windsor, the royal family's official surname, or Sussex, or should she need to sign anything, simply Meghan. Given members of the royal family rarely use surnames. When I saw simply Meghan, it made me think of Liza. Liza, with a Z. With one not so simple word, I think we might have just gotten a peek at Meghan's plans for the future, in which she will fuse her own personal identity and her royal identity to create some sort of hybrid brand unlike anything the world or the palace has ever seen before. Interestingly, the only other royally adjacent person to regularly fuse their title and maiden name is Sarah, Duchess of York. She and Diana were also both given commas in their titles after their divorces. What is fascinating here is that while she might have reinserted the Markle back into her name, she is clearly intent on also retaining her styling as a duchess, a title she could choose not to use should she want to. I think what's going on with this, everybody, is Meghan is practicing for like when the Duchess of York is not in the royal family anymore, trying to still use that title. She thinks that she's going to get away with being Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, after the divorce, because the divorce is coming up right around the corner. Obviously, that's why she's doing this. Harry's had enough. If he's come to his senses, he's had enough. The overall impressions is, having emancipated herself from the rigidity of royal life, of wanting to reestablish her selfhood while also still enjoying that reflected luster of her royal title. I'm not sure if this is an inherently contradictory position or a branding masterstroke par excellence. Only time will tell. The inclusion of her surname was far from the only interesting semiotics of Meghan's nearly 9-minute speech. Wedged in between her impressive, thrilling message of empowerment, impressive and thrilling, oh please, were several lines that came across as a far from subtle rebuke of the royal family. If anything in her speech was impressive and thrilling, then it was something she copied from someone else's speech. I hope she went on before Michelle Obama so she didn't plagiarize Mrs. Obama's speech. Later, Meghan made this point. There will always be negative voices, and sometimes those voices can appear to be outsized, and sometimes they can appear to be painfully loud. You can and will use your own voices to drown out the noise, because that's what it is, just noise. I wish I could read it as sappy and sugary as she would have, but I just ate a little something. I want to keep it down. Negative voices are something that Meghan has had to contend with since the day in 2016 that news broke that she was dating Harry. However, despite the protestations about drowning out noise, the argument could be made that it is something that she herself has struggled to do in her own life. Documents filed as part of her lawsuit against the Mail on Sunday for breaching her privacy claim that she felt unprotected by the institution of the monarchy and was not allowed to defend herself. Then, towards the end of her speech, Meghan, wearing a simple blue dress, which she is merching today, I am sure of it, her hair the epitome of California cool, but also looking like a purebred dog, she told the audience, the hardest part, and it was the hardest part for me, is to chase your convictions with action, to chase the man that's going to get you what you think you owe. You chase that with conviction and action. Land that man, get him down the aisle, get the ring on your finger. Yes, that's what you chase with action. If there was ever an event that personified putting convictions into action, it was she and husband Harry's decision to quit as working members of the RF. This year they turned their backs on the 1,000-year-old institution of the monarchy in a professional capacity, anyway. They are still very much part of the Queen's family and very much taking her family's money to build a life that is, as every good Los Angelino likes to all about authenticity and in line with their personal values. It's now been more than 6 months since Harry and Meghan decided that they wanted out as senior members of the royal family and set in motion the seismically charged megxit. With everything going on, the ensuing economic fallout has laid waste to many assumptions about what their new lives would look like and laid waste to Meghan's potential Hollywood career. Yes. However, with Meghan's speech today, I think we have gotten an insight into what lies ahead for not only the couple, but the House of Windsor. In short, no matter where the Sussexes go and what they do, Meghan will always will continue to eclipse the royal family in terms of publicity and public interest. She'll eclipse the royal family? Oh no, she'll never eclipse the Queen. That's a dream in Meghan's eyes, but no, she'll never eclipse the Queen. Consider this. Hours before Meghan delivered her address, her sister-in-law Kate was appearing on Good Morning Britain in one of her very, very few TV interviews to discuss the launch of one of the biggest endeavors of her royal career, an early childhood learning project in connection with the BBC. This was a landmark moment for Kate as she continues to step increasingly into the spotlight to push her agenda around early childhood support and development. Yet, despite all the key elements for what should have been a PR slam dunk, the Amelia Wickstead dress, the gleaming new blondish hairdo, cute kids, it was and is Meghan's speech that is dominating social media. Of course, she hogs the limelight. She can't stand not to hog the limelight. Meghan not only eclipsed Kate's launch, but also Michelle Obama's comments at Girl Up with the newly released video of the Queen giggling with the captain of the Jamaican bobsleigh team. And therein lies the rub if you happen to be A, an HRH, or B, a royal courtier right now. Accidentally, we have had two highly significant royal events happening nearly simultaneously, and there is one very clear winner when it comes to public interest. The key takeaway here is not that matter how much good work that Kate, William and Charles and Camilla get up to in the near future, they face having their message drowned out if H&M should be doing anything publicly around the same time. In short, the palace just can't win the publicity war if they go up against H&M. Royal work such as stolidly visiting garden centers or opening regional sports centers is doomed to perpetually come second when and if they go up against the Sussexes and their patent brand of highly personal and unexpected public engagements. And the unexpected is one thing we are guaranteed to see when it comes to what Harry and Meghan, to wit, her decision to use both her maiden name in conjunction with her royal title today. The deployment of that one word, Markle, has given us not so much a clue as a flashing red pointer to what comes next. Uncowed by royal rigidity, she and Harry's defiance of tradition and belief in their own instincts is only going to grow. Whether you agree with them or not, the Sussex's potentially rebellious path, one thing is for sure, it is going to be electrifying to watch. A few comments from the video yesterday. Carol asked me what interests me about Anne Boleyn. She loves anything to do with the Tudors. Have I researched Edward VI, Henry VIII's son? Yes, I have, and you can read my answer there if you want to pause it, but I just went on and on a little bit. Sorry about that. Natalie Richter says, Meghan has sausage lips. Love this, Carol responded. And I said, that's because she had to eat so many sausages on her social climb to Z-list status. Charlotte Harvey says, no, Harry does not know what he is doing. He's too stupid by far to know. It is all about him and Nutmeg. The RF protected him and spoilt all his life. He is an overprivileged moron. One of the best ones, Bizzy Bee. One of your best ones, Bizzy Bee. Linda says, Harry is a traitor. Malvi says, she just trademarked Duchess of Sussex. Bet she's planning on makeup fashion line with her crony, the crying guy. She is involved with Meghan's closet. They were listing her outfit same day. I worked in that building. See if I can get some junk. Meghan's own fashion line? Meghan has a terrible sense of fashion. Who's going to buy anything she designs? Linda Lee says his friends tried to get him to slow down, but he said that the private time was too good. Susan says, oh, this is a good one. She is starting to look more and more like Yoko Ono every day, but poor Harry, he really needs to get a wig and a pair of wire glasses if he wants to even remotely look like John Lennon. What next? Are we going to have the thrill of seeing those two in bed covered with the sheet while the song Imagine plays in the background? Would not be surprised. Love 3 Days Grace 1 said that somebody on another site was calling her Woko Ono. Well, she is the wokest nutmeg on the planet. Joanne said Meghan went after Harry because she was dumped from Suits. She didn't give up anything. She was fired because the cast refused to work with her. They were fed up with her pushiness. Antoinette said, Bizzy, how can Anne Boleyn be your favorite historical figure and you don't have her amazing daughter's portrait in your house? You know, I just realized I need a portrait of the extraordinary First Elizabeth in my home. Well, Antoinette, I do have a portrait of Elizabeth I in my home. It's just put up because it's so big and heavy. It's gigantic. I had to have the glass specially made to fit in it. It's huge. It wouldn't hang on the wall without a special insert going in it, and I didn't feel like buying that because I'm not going to be in this place this long. I'm just renting it until I can move to something better, bigger. But the picture, it's 4.5 to 5 feet tall, about 3.5 or 4 feet wide, and it weighs almost 80 pounds, probably more than that. And it's turned to its back. I didn't want to drag it out and take a picture of it. But if you did see the front, this is what's in it, the rainbow portrait of Elizabeth I. So, yes, I do have Elizabeth I. Yes, ma'am. Janine says, Bizzy, Megalodon is in her thriving phase. Oh, good. I've wanted that for her for so long, and I hope someone is asking her hourly if she's okay. Millie Moo says, she is not distanced enough. I wish she could be launched into space where she can orbit the Earth forevermore. That is the closest she will ever come to being a star. Jabu said, poor little Archie is a hostage. They never take him out. Felicity said, she's around 43. So what have we learned today? Someone desperately needs to give Smegs a razor. Number 2, the wig she wore in her Girl Up speech makes mooching Meg look like a dog. Number 3, many, many things in the Markle household are dark, empty, and lifeless. 4th thing we learned, police are currently performing a rescue operation, trying to free Archofficial, but are in danger of being hit with flying bananas. Number 5 thing we learned, when one is too lazy and worthless to work, there is no such thing as a lunchtime anything. Number 6, Meg has eaten a lot of sausage on her way to Z-list status. Number 7, an overprivileged moron is the best kind of moron, so Meghan says. Number 8, MM does not have the talent to design a potato sack, but wants to be a fashion designer. 9th thing that we learned, the intimate time is too good for half-wit Harry to leave MM. She has had enough practice with enough people, so she should be good at it by now. The 10th thing, when Meg was dragged and... Number 10, when Meg was dragged, kicking and screaming from the set of Suits as she was yelling, "You can't fire me! Don't you know who I am?" This is the time she chose to quit the show. Number 11, Megalo is finally thriving, living her best life as she is unemployed, squatting in someone else's house, and being provided for by her in-laws. The 12th lesson from today, the only way Ms. Markle will ever be a star is if she launches herself into outer space and stays there. Number 13, H&M are keeping Archofficial for ransom, holding him for relevancy and A-list status. Poor child will be forever captive. So, if you appreciate what I do, I certainly appreciate tips. And if you would like to send a treat or toy to Gemma and Myrtle, or love notes or whatever, there's my P.O. box. There are the 3 ladies and 1 gentleman, Myrtle, Valerie, Gemma, and little Edward. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the notification button. Also, please tell your friends about me. I'll see you in the next